All right. This trailer was boring as anything. There was nothing about this trailer that made me even remotely excited, except for one thing, right? As confirmed in the live stream last night, Total MK was with me. He read the press release for the actual expansion, and that they actually are bringing back the Towers of Time, which I'll talk about separately in another video. So that's probably the only thing, because and that's why I want to do another video about it, because I'm really speculating a lot. We did that last night, but I want to put it in this particular form, just to share my thoughts on it. We see there's a nighttime version of the stage. So talking about stages, the stages again look really good, right? There's a nighttime version of the stage of the Great Hall. We've seen some of the new stages as well. But it really does, it just gives this Marvel vibe. Not to mention the fact, right, that when we come back here, you know how me and Total were talking about, every single time they do something, they've got to constantly open their mask, right? She does this stomp, right? And then she shoots all the bits, and then her mask opens. I told you guys that, this is what was going to happen. They are going to make it so that every time, at every opportunity, they're going to have that mask open up, so you know who's underneath, because, you know what I mean? Right? And for the clowns out there that have, barely 2 brain cells to rub together, the reason why it was never a big deal before is because it wasn't agenda pushing before. It was just natural. It just happened. Well, I mean, Cyrex and Sector never had it, but if there was anything like that, taking off the mask or whatever. But it's almost like every single time they need to speak, there's this quota that they got to do. This trailer's also a bit of a hodgepodge of advertising all the new skins that are coming into the game. There's the Towers of Time there, obviously done in the format of what we have in that middle mesa in MK1. Far better. Like I said, we'll talk about it separately. There's another shot, right? Look. Yep, she's opening up fucking flaps. Right? Every time. Every single time. They just have to do it. What's the point? Why? You're in a combat situation. You're supposed to have the mask shut. Okay. You know when Avengers Infinity War came out, right? And they had that fight in the city. Okay. And Iron Man just taps his chest, and the suit, pulls up, and he's like, oh, it's nanotech, pretty cool, huh? Or something real cringe like that. And the reason why that always stuck with me is because there was never any actual lead up to it. In Iron Man, I think Iron Man 3, we got all the, the Iron Legion suits, whatever. I think it was. I don't know too much about the comics, but I'm just going back from memory of what I remember of it. I don't think prior to Infinity War we actually got nanotech, right? So you got showcasing some more of the animalities, right? So it's really just and then of course we get the teaser at the end of a dude in a bedsheet. Right, that's this trailer. This trailer doesn't do much to sort of get the excitement of everything going. Right, it just doesn't. Wow. Somebody said this on a comment on Twitter. Right. So the guy on the right. He wipes the blood with his hand, but look at the guy here. Look at the one on the left. Why is he wiping away blood on nothing? Is that a ghost face? Is that something? I don't know. It's just freaking weird, man. Anyway, so now the Towers of Time 2, by the way, is going to be free along with the animalities, right? So whether you own the base game or Chaos Reigns, it doesn't matter. You're getting it regardless, right? It's going to be a universal update, that's free for everyone, as is obviously any other changes to things like UI and stuff like that. But obviously new stages, maybe stage variations, and obviously the characters and of course the story are definitely going to be locked behind the paywall. So we don't get too much here. We also get like a good look, you know, even though it's brief, we get a good look at Prince Reign, because in this other timeline, we actually have, you can see there's Sector, there's Johnny Cage, World War II Johnny Cage. We got Empress Tanya, who, you know, I said this is a step up. She looks more feminine, more regal, looks more outworldy, and people were mad. I think someone actually called me a shill. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I think, I don't think you pay attention on this channel. And then we got like Rain here doing his Hadouken, right? With his like Prince outfit. His Prince outfit is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Right, this is some Colosseum fight. You know, there's the worst Tanya ever conceived. Yeah, I don't care. Liu Kang's like, why did I create this timeline? Well, I'll tell you why you made it. Because, you know, you're an idiot. We see some fatalities, you know, like they do all this quick cutting and stuff to make it seem all exciting. But, you know, it's just not get the juices flowing. Now there is a combat cast, which I will stream later tonight. So they may go into more detail about other stuff. Some people were claiming that apparently there's like a 1v1 mode in it. I'm going to do another video about that. Because there are, you'll see here, yeah, so this part here, right, not that part, hang on, it's after this, it's coming up. So this wind pose here, that Melina does, right, with no one there, and then also the wind pose with Noob Saibot, people are claiming this is a 1v1 mode. I don't think so. I think they would advertise the crap out of that, because people have been asking for 1v1 ever since the before release of MK1. Nobody asked for cameos. And you get all these, you know, people out there, oh, this game would be nothing without cameos. No, it would be perfect without cameos. Right? Give the characters an extra special move or two, and we're all good to go. Right? And you know they can do that because they've already done it so far. Okay? But also at the same time, like that's the end pose winning, right? This part here, there's no cameo to the side. So some people are saying, oh, this is trying to showcase the costumes. It's like, you don't need to do that. You can still do that. People aren't blind. Why remove the cameo? It also could be a mode. It could be a Towers of Time mode, you know, where there's no cameo mode, you know, so who knows, right? There's some new stages or altered stages, I think. So it showcases off all 4 pre-order costumes. You know, it showcases some of the intros, the little bit more of the story, not a whole bunch, right? Because obviously you don't want to spoil the story. It's only an expansion story, right? So, you know, it just doesn't do much. Now, hopefully the combat cast, if they can get out of their own way, you know, we might actually get some decent info about everything that's going on with this game. You know, we might get a first look at maybe the character select screen. We might get a first look at the in-game actual menus. That'd be nice. Otherwise, we'll just have to wait until next week until it drops. They'll probably showcase gameplay of Noob or explain him maybe. But I'm kind of hoping that we just get more what's happening with the Warrior Shrine, online practice, explain more of the Towers of Time. How does this affect things like the actual shrine itself? How does this affect the challenge tower stuff? Like, you know, are they consolidating everything down? I don't know, but that's why I wanted to do another video about it. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Catch you next time.